The Bible doesn't have one God. It has at least four. This is part 2, a follow-up, the documentary hypothesis video I made a while back. People keep commenting that the documentary hypothesis has been debunked. So I want to get into what the scholars are actually saying now, because there has been an update. In my last video, I talked about the 4 sources of the Torah, J, E, D, and P. Supposedly 4 different authors with 4 different theologies all woven together. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it first. So here's what the critics say. Wellhausen came up with this theory back in 1878, and modern scholarship has moved past it. And that part is true. The classical 4-source model has been refined and complicated. Some scholars now even question if the E-source was ever fully an independent source, and the field is genuinely in a debate about the mechanics. There's a competing model called the supplementary hypothesis, which argues that instead of 4 parallel documents that are woven together, you might have had one base text that got supplemented and edited over centuries. Again, the field is in debate. But here is what every model agrees on. The text is a composite, an amalgamation. Multiple authors written over centuries. Nobody credible disputes that fact. There's also another newer framework called the neo-documentary hypothesis. Now, this model keeps the 4 sources theory, but they throw out Wellhausen's old assumption that these sources represent some evolutionary ladder from primitive to sophisticated religion. They claim that that 19th century evolutionary framing was the weakest part of the original theory, and that that's the part that deserved to go, and what's left is actually stronger. The textual evidence for multiple sources, the doublets, the contradictions, the switches in divine names. All that evidence didn't actually go anywhere. It's still right there in the text. And when you look closely at those sources, you find something that the Sunday school version left out. Traces of an older polytheistic world. As I've mentioned before, Deuteronomy 32 has a passage where the Most High divides up the nations according to the number of the sons of God, not sons of Israel. And there we get a snapshot of a worldview with a divine council, multiple divine beings. And we can see that same divine council world in older Canaanite texts, written in Ugaritic, the language of the tablets found at Ras Shamra. The Bible didn't drop out of the sky. It emerged out of a specific ancient Near Eastern world. No. The documentary hypothesis was not debunked. It simply got refined. The weaker 19th century assumptions simply got stripped out.